how's it going? So since coming back from Japan, I've noticed I've talked a lot about the good stuff that happened there, which isn't bad. However, not just good stuff happened to me while I was there. When I was in Japan, I had experienced a chikan and physical assault while I was there. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you off or anything like that, but I want you guys to know that Japan is like any other country and bad crap happens there. And I just so haven't experienced it. I'll just tell you my story. So, this is about the first day I was in Japan. It was a rush hour, and I was obviously aware that there were things called Chikans, which translates to train perverts. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I thought that it was just something that happened every so often, but, you know, I excluded myself from that. So when we had gotten into the train, Kata and I, we were kind of separated, because usually when we were in the train, we'd stay close together because we knew each other. However, a man had gotten right in front of between us, and so we were separated. And this man had put his hand on my collarbone. And originally, at first, I was like, okay, it was an accident, because he had his hand covered by his jacket, and I thought he was just accidentally brushing my chest. So, you know, I just kind of, I stepped a little bit away and pulled up my shirt. I was like, okay, that was a little weird, but alright. But then he got closer to me, and he was starting to pull down my shirt, and he was rubbing my chest. And at this point, I knew there was something wrong going on, and I was really, really scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to react. You know, when you're in situations like that, you think that, oh, if I get touched, I'll scream and kick and punch. Yeah, but when push comes to shove, will you really act like that? Because when the fear set in, I was absolutely terrified. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to make a scene because my Japanese was very limited. But I couldn't stand this man touching me. But nonetheless, I was just absolutely terrified. I was scared, like, how far would he go? And luckily, though, I was only on that train for one station. Kata and I quickly got off, and afterwards I had gone out full-blown anxiety attack. Being on a train, I was starting to get a little paranoid on the train, and I would always keep my bag to my chest. By the end of the trip, I was fine. But another thing had happened when I was there. This man who was driving me to the airport, I'm not going to give his name because that's invasion of privacy, even if he does deserve the hate. This man who drove me to the airport, he was very nice, very, very kind. We hit off. Granted, he was about 7, 8 years older than me. We did hit off, and I really did enjoy his company. He had actually bought me ice cream as well at the airport, and when we were there, he tried kissing me. At first it was just a simple kiss on the cheek. He wanted a hug, and I gave him a hug, and then he tried kissing my cheek, and I backed up, and then he asked me if he can kiss my cheek. And I was very nervous, so I said, yeah, sure, because it's just a cheek. I don't really see a big problem with that. He kissed my cheek, and then without my permission, he tried kissing my lips. And that just sent utter terror down my body. I didn't really know what to do. I mean, I turned my head away and I said no. That's all I could do in that situation. No. No. That's all I said. No. And that pillow right there, that was a pillow that saved me, really. I had buried my face into that saying no. I threw my stuff out and I was trying to get away from him. And we stepped off to the side. Again, we're in public and we're in an airport. And he grabbed my chin and said, lift your head. Lift your head, I'm just going to kiss you. I'm just going to kiss you. And I was like, no. No, I couldn't deal with it. And as he was walking me to the terminal, I was shaking. I was pale. I was sweating. I was shaking. I was having an anxiety attack. He traumatized me. And, you know, some people would think, oh, you're just overreacting. Maybe. But in my case, I was scared. I wish I could have reacted differently in that situation. But they always say 20/20 hindsight. I can say it all I want if I could change things. But what's done is done. You just live and learn from it. I've always been very trusting and very open. And I'm very open towards you guys too, which is why I'm telling you this. And I remember talking to the stranger. I was so scared that I went up to a stranger and I was talking with her what I should do. I needed someone to talk to. I couldn't board a 16-hour flight with this fear. I came to the decision to report him. He never lost his job. He never lost his job. He did get a reduced pay, a warning. He got a strike, a warning. More training, and he wasn't able to drive students to the airport for a year. To be honest, at the time I thought that'd be terrible. Like, he was telling me his dreams, and I was really proud of him to have those type of dreams. And a part of me feels bad, but I wish he would have lost his job. Because if he was able to do that to me without regarding my feelings and crossing the boundaries as both an adult and a professional, just think, is he doing that to other kids, other students around my age? I was 17 at the time. I'm 18 now, not much of a difference, but... And I remember, because of that thing had traumatized me so much, I was actually scared. I was actually scared to date Japanese guys. Afraid that all Japanese guys are like that, which is definitely wrong, because that's definitely not the case. It always differs from person to person. Obviously, I got over that. But I remember I had gone out on a date with my ex-boyfriend, and this was our first date, first meeting, and I was also very, very nervous. And he was saying, "Hey Amber, kiss me, kiss me." Just hearing those words, and they brought fear, like a lot of fear. And I was having an anxiety attack. I had 3 major anxiety attacks. I was in the bathroom dry heaving because how bad it was. And I can't say that I'm sorry I have my anxiety, because it's something I live with, it's something I deal with, and it's something I'm always going to live with. And I can't be upset about something I have. I just have to learn to deal with it. And I can't have someone in my life who can't accept me for that. Because this next day, he had dumped me after saying it was okay. Everyone has weaknesses. And it hurt. It hurt a lot. Because it made me realize that those were just empty words he said to me. And what had happened in Japan made me stronger as a woman and as a person. I've realized I can no longer give my heart away as easily as I do. It doesn't mean I'm not open to people still, but I have to be careful about who I open myself up to. It made me realize that, no, Japan should not be glorified as an amazing country with amazing people. And yeah, it is amazing, don't get me wrong. It is very amazing. The hospitality is just phenomenal. That those jerks, that those perverts, they exist all over the world. And although I said I knew that, I never realized that until those situations happened to me. So, I know this is a very tough subject for some people, and I hope this didn't trigger other people. But I just want you guys to know about my experiences, and I hope you guys can understand me a little more as a person. I really, really do appreciate every single view, every single like, and I always respond to your comments. And I know there's going to come a time where I'm going to be unable to do that, because I might get too popular one day and it'll be hard to respond to every single person's comments. I don't plan on quitting YouTube anytime soon. I plan on growing my channel even more. But I want you guys to know that I really do appreciate every single one of you, and that I like hearing your comments, your feedback, and I'm always looking to improve myself and my videos. And again, and I know that I'm not in Japan, I'm not giving you vlogs like this channel originally was made out of. But I want you guys to know that I do plan on doing that soon. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I get too many negative comments, I'm going to be disabling them. It's not because I don't want to hear your feedback, but because I don't want to be triggering other people, and I don't want people to feel upset over my experience. But I hope you guys are able to relate to me at least a little bit and able to understand me. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time, guys. See ya.